Welcome back to Natelby Reefing, and this is an update 1 month since the last update on the Cade Pro Reef Series 2. It is doing quite well, and there is a new thing on the tank, and that is the lid, which I will show you. The lid came from a place called NVS Aquariums. The guy's name is Nick, and he built the acrylic lid. I think it's pretty nice. I'll show you now. Otherwise, everything in the sump is still doing exactly the same. We've got nothing new going on here. The carbon I put in yesterday because after coming back after a month, the tank was had a very yellow tinge to it. So just changed out the floss in the filter cups, cleaned the skimmer, put a bit of carbon in, and the tank is really clean again. But let's have a quick look at the lid. So the lid is basically made to try and sit as flush with the top of the tank as possible. So here we can see top of the glass, and the top of the lid is maybe like 1 millimeter higher. It hooks on with these that go over the edge of the aquarium at specific points, all the way flush against the back and flush against the front, just like that. It's also got this front section here. Now, this is actually two separate pieces, this piece and this piece. And this is the center part for if we want to put some seaweed in the tank. It's easy to bring the magnet up to the top here. And then what happens is this just lifts off. It's got some fancy way where you can just pull it up like this. The whole thing comes off. And now you have access to the tank through here, like that. And then putting this back, I think, is just as easy as slipping it on there. Now I'm still learning about the lid because I haven't actually had any access to it really since I've been away. And then we've also got another feeding hatch the exact same size, and he actually built this or cut this one out exactly the size I wanted it, because I wanted to be able to access the feeding, the frozen food feeder, without having to wiggle it around. So this comes off like that, basically the same way, lifts up like that, and it comes off. There it is. And then what we can do is we can get in here, we can turn the feeder that way quite easily, put the frozen food in. Once it's all dissolved and before we go to bed, you can then just take the lid off, flip it over on its side like that, so the rest of the frozen food gets out, and the lid then goes back on top without any issue, hopefully, like that. There you go. So that is the newest addition to the reef, which is the acrylic lid. It's made with a nylon here, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'll put a link to the Facebook page of the guy that made it here in Brisbane or on the Sunshine Coast. I'll put a link to his Facebook page so you can check out what he does. I think he custom makes these to pretty much any tank size. I'm really happy with it. The quality of it is really good, nice and clear, and I think it's going to have good light penetration through this for eventually when the corals are in there. The fish are obviously hiding because they just hate being on camera. They're all in the back there. And there are going to be 2 new fish additions tomorrow. I'm going to pick them up tomorrow after work, and I'll give you guys a video when those new additions are added tomorrow. If you have any questions about the lid, or I don't know, any comments or anything, just leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.